Anyway, today's video is two pieces of advice from myself, what's worked for me, and they are, number one, this is a short little 5-minute video for you guys. Number one, Instagram, all right? If you're depressed and you're on Instagram, so this is a scenario. If you're depressed and you're on Instagram, start scrolling. Forget about it. Stop wallowing in the self-pity and the bullshit and the depression bubble, all right? The way I cured the depression that I was going through, and that's what I'd call it, all right? The way I got out of that negative state, that bullshit, is start scrolling. Start ignoring the bullshit that it's pushing you, because it's feeding off the mood you're in, what you're into. You're sitting there, you're sobbing. Oh, she did fucking leave me. She doesn't fucking care about me anymore. Oh, I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I'm a fucking useless failure. I'm a piece of shit. Whatever it may be, right? It's feeding off that. It's going to keep pushing that to you because you're there frothing it, mate. It thinks you're loving that shit. And you're not, but you are at the same time. And so what works, this will cure your depression, because what cures depression? Laughter, mate. Laughter cures anything. So scroll from that shit. Only watch funny shit. Everyone loves watching funny shit, so everyone can do this. Watch funny shit, and then it'll start pushing more funny shit to you, and then eventually there'll be none of that negative shit on your fucking Instagram feed at all, because it's like, that's a waste of time with this guy because he's too strong-willed. He only cares about laughing. This guy is funny, right? He's living the dream. All right? He's a happy human being. We're not going to bother him with all that bullshit, otherwise he's not going to watch it, because he's just trying to scroll, because you'll get the random one that'll pop up. Scroll. Ain't time for that. Nothing to be depressed about, you know. You're living the dream. You're alive. That's the dream. All right, so that's number one. Start changing your habits on Instagram, social media, so that what's pushed to you isn't negative and going to put you in a negative, bullshit, depressing bubble. Worked for me. Every time I'm on there, I'm laughing. And that's how it should be. That's the only reason I have it. No other reason. Just for a laugh. That's number one. Number two is to do with anxiety. All right. And for example, what I've noticed, I never really used to think about anxiety or anything like that, but I've noticed that I do have it because it creeps up on me. For example, if I'm going to work in the morning, I go past the bakery and I go to pick up as I drive past the bakery, I see there's a lot of people in there or whatever, and I'm like, oh, like if I'll sit in that car, if I pull over and I sit in that car and I look at my phone for a second, everything, before I get out and go in there, I'll get overcome by anxiety, and I've actually just pulled off and drove to the next town and thought, all right, I'll get breakfast in the next town before. That's happened to me before, because I'm just out, I just can't go in there. But before I pull up, before I get to that bakery, I can feel that anxiety sprinting up the fucking street. He's after me. He's like, this guy's about to pull over. We're going to get him. We're going to fuck him up. We're going to make sure that he just has this crushing anxiety come over him. We're going to make sure he doesn't go in there. We're going to fuck his day up. You can beat it though. If you pull over straight away, you act instantly. Pull over, key out of the car. Don't go on your phone. Don't fuck around. If you can feel anxiety chasing after you, act instantly on what you're going to do, and you'll be sweet. It happens all the time to me. It works all the time for me. If I pull over and I just get straight out of the car, not even thinking about it, ignore it, get out, go for it. It doesn't overcome you, and it doesn't become such a big issue. And then I go in there, grab my breakfast, drive off, and anxiety's on the side of the road going, this motherfucker. I thought we had him this time. It's so hard to get a hold of him because he's so strong-willed and he just knows, right? He just ignores us and he just gets out and he just goes after it. He just does it anyway. That's how I overcome my anxiety, everyone. So act instantly, all right? As soon as you feel that rush coming on, do what it is that you're worried about instantly, so that it doesn't overcome you and become a bigger problem. That's a tip for social media, changing your activity on social media to, escape that depressing negative bubble if it's being pushed to you like that. If your missus is broken up with you, she got double dicked by Barry down the road or something like that, or whatever's going on in your life, because just stop watching negative shit. And if you can't help it, stay off the Instagram, stay off the internet and everything, because all it does is just feed off that. And it doesn't know it's doing anything bad. It's just giving you what you love fucking watching. So start watching funny shit. Start watching Cats. Something. All right? Because it worked for me. And I go on there, and whenever I go on there, I don't come off feeling shit. The only thing I do feel come off feeling is like brain rot. That's another thing. That's another subject. And the only way to escape that is just deleting the app. So, and no one's going to do that. So we're all done. But might as well have lots of laughs in the process, not be depressed at the same time. So that's a tip for that one. And yeah, anxiety. Act instantly. Don't let it overcome you. Have a good one, everyone. Small video this time. The videos aren't going to be podcasts anymore. I was just trying, like I said at the start of the video, I'm just trying to start this YouTube channel, just work towards something. I'm just going to throw a couple of bits of advice out there, whether they help you in your life, your situation, whatever. Hopefully they do. This is just some things that I've noticed that I've done just off the bat, like on my own, just that I've found that have worked. And yeah, I've got another 2 good tips. One on trying to like procrastinating, and a few others in the next video. So I'll have them structured a bit better. We'll talk about those 2 ones and something that helps me with them. So you guys have a good week. I'm about to go work away for this week. It's going to be hectic, but we're going to get it done. And then before we know it, it'll be all over. What's something I heard Ronnie Coleman say the other day? He said, "Ain't nothing to it but to do it." So let's cut it there, everyone.